The Podner's Tale. The story I have to tell is of three rioters, who long before 9 a.m. were sitting in a tavern for a drink among men, and as they sat they heard something outside. One of them called to the serving boy, "Go find out at once who is the corpse in the coffin passing by. Make sure the name you get is correct, or God help me, I may have your neck." "Sir," said the boy, "there is no need for me to go, due to the fact that I already know. 2 hours before you came here, I was told the corpse was an old friend of yours, you know? Suddenly, last night, the man was killed. Upon his bench, face up, and drunk again, not against his will, there came a secretive thief, and they call him Death. He kills everyone around here rather quickly, within a single breath. He speared your friend right through the heart, and he never felt remorse. And then Death went on his way without a word, which may be even worse. If you should meet him, you should be wary. Be on your guard with this adversary. Be ready to meet him wherever you may go. That's what my mother taught me, and that is all that I know." The innkeeper joined in with these few words. "By St. Mary, what the boy says is right. You should be concerned this very year he killed in a large village which has nothing that anyone had heard. Every man, woman, and serf doing hard work. I imagine that's where he lives, and that, my friend, is his turf." The rioters responded with, "Is he a fierce foe to meet? I will search for him. By Jesus, I will search for him, street to street. I vow on God's blessed bones. Here, friends, the three of us together now. Hold up your hand and make this vow. We will defend the others and kill this death guy. Away with him. We'll shoot him into the sky, with all our friends. God's dignity, tonight." The rioters made this bargain, to live and die for one another, as a brother might swear to a brother, and they started their quest in their drunken rage, and were on their way toward the village where death was made. The promises they made were very grim, and they said, "If only we could catch him." Death would be dead, once in their grasp, and with that they left without a clue or a map. When they had started their journey within a mile, they came to a very poor old man without a smile. He stated humbly that God looked upon them, and make them quiet. To which the proudest of three that riot accused the old man of being old. "Shouldn't you die and be covered in mold?" Sorry. The old man looked that rioter right in the eye. "I've been across the earth, and you want to know why? I've looked for a man who would trade his youth for my age. No one took the offer. Why would they bother? Therefore, my numbers are mine, and must be still, for as long as it may be God's will. Death will not take me this day, and for that I will wither away." He goes on to tell the rioter that it dishonored him when he began to speak so rudely to a simple old man, unless the old man had hurt him in some way, and therefore he dishonored what the holy said, to treat others as you would want to be treated. And that's not how the old man was greeted. And so the old man says, "God be with you." And these words that were said were nothing but truth. The gambler chimed in with words towards the man. "You cannot leave. You mentioned death before he kills young fine fellows, and so much more. And you are a spy. I believe this to be true, so tell us where he is, or we'll have to kill you." The old man said, "If you want to find death, this way. I left him toward the grove today. I'll be waiting there under a tree. You see that oak to the left of me?" The three young rioters began to run. They reached the tree and their heads spun. A pile of golden coins on the ground. This is the surprise that they found, and at this moment they forgot about death. They were so thrilled to see the treasures that was left, they sat down beside the coin of gold. Then the wickedest of the rioter had words to be told. "Brothers, listen to what I say. I'm pretty smart, although I joke. I may it's clear that this treasure was left for our pleasure, so we will spend if as we want. We will spend it as we want. And who would have thought that this say would be luckier than he had thought? We need to get this gold back to our place, but we cannot do it during the day. Everyone would say we were robbers, right to our face. So it might be at night when the robbing takes place. A careful way to keep it out of sight, so I propose a solution. Fair to us all, each of us will draw a straw, and the one who draws the longest will run back to town to get bread and wine for us while the others watch this mound. And then night comes and we will not delay, we will carefully carry this treasure away. He took in his hand some gathered straws, and told them to draw to see where his luck would fall. And it fell upon the youngest of them all. As soon as he left, the first rioter said, he began to have a conversation with the other. He said, "You know you can trust me, right, brother? Let me tell you where the profit lies. As you know, our friend went away for supplies, and there's a lot of gold that must be divided by me, you, and he. And there's something that I need to say. We could divide this gold among the two of us." And the other says, "But he knows the gold is with me and you. What can we tell him? What can we do?" "Do you trust me?" I ask. "I will be true. I'll tell you how to divide the gold between me and you. When he comes back, he will be the one that he will wrestle and have some fun. And then as you attack, I'll jump up and put my dagger through his back. While he is struggling as if it is a game, you jump and stab him the same. Then all of this money will be ours to spend, divided equally, of course, my dear friend." And thus these two delinquents agreed to slay the third of the youngest rioters, as you heard me just say. On the other side of this, on his way to town, was the youngest of the three jumping up, jumping down. And he thought he may have all of this treasure to himself alone, and so he got the devilish thought that there was poison to be brought, and with this poison he could kill his friends. His thought is one that the devil sends. He went to the chemist. "Sell me poison if you will. I have some rats I need to kill." The chemist replied, "I have just the thing." And the youngest one snatched the thing from this being, and got 3 bottles and poured the poison into 2. When the youngest returned, the others did what they say. They jumped on him and began to slay. And they drank the wine in great happiness, and well, I guess you can assume the rest.